Willie, overall thoughts on today's game?
Disappointing, obviously. We're hoping to stack another good performance on top of last night, and just didn't happen. Jack was uncharacteristically getting barreled a little bit tonight. I think he fell behind quite a few hitters, which could have led to that. I think I picked up on something there later in the fourth. I think they might have had something on his pitches, so I'll go back and look at that and see if they're maybe tipping something, but pretty good idea they were relaying some signs there, and we'll get that right, hopefully for his next start and clean that up. But he looked like he was making some pretty good pitches there. I don't know where they were. We'll go back and look at the video, but just falling behind a lot of hitters, and that's a recipe to get barreled up a little bit.
And then behind him, a pretty awesome performance from the bullpen today, allowing just one hit after Martinez. Can you say a little bit about them?
Yeah, Josh, JB threw the ball great. Gober he and Fitzy finished up the ninth there, but yeah, JB did an outstanding job just keeping it right where it was and giving our offense an opportunity to get back in the game. We didn't capitalize very well offensively.
You've been using kind of that group of Carlone, Giblin, and Butler as kind of a bridge guy to the late innings. All three of those guys have come up in the beginning of the season. They were in like late reliever conversations. How have you seen the shift from late inning to kind of middle relief, bulk inning type arms?
I'm not really thinking about that too much. I'm just trying to go with our best guys in certain situations. I'm not reading into who the late inning bridge guys are really so much as it is to just who I think is the best matchup at that particular time of the game, and different looks. Trying to bring a sinker ball in there followed by a high ride guy or whatever it is, and lefty matchup. All those type of things factor into when I bring guys in.
The Kansas starting pitcher Cameron Carr had obviously a really nice performance tonight. What do you think made him so difficult for your batters?
That we weren't on time for fastballs. It's just that's sound like a broken record with these guys. Sometimes if we can't get on time for the fastball, we're going to get beat.
Kyle Walker 2 for 3. He's in the leadoff spot. Obviously, that's a spot that Kean View has been successful on. What have you seen from Kyle and his resurge per se on offense?
He's just been. I said it when he was hitting 090. He was putting together great at bats. He just wasn't getting a lot of finding the holes out there. But he's I figured it would come at some point in time, as long as he continued to put together good at bats, and that's all he's done. He's just stuck with his plan and really started to continue to have good at bats, and things are starting to fall for him. So he's been a very dynamic player up there at the top of the lineup.
Brendan Compton's been missing on those hanging breaking balls. Is that kind of something he's working on in batting practice and practice leading up to the weekend series? He hasn't found his swing completely yet, and that's he wants to do well, probably as anybody, more than anybody in that clubhouse. He's putting pressure on himself to do well, trying to just kind of get him to relax, and he's got to start earlier right now. He's just starting a little bit late, and I don't know if that's just overthinking stuff or just not attacking the zones that we're kind of letting him know how they're going to pitch him. He's got to continue to make those adjustments, but ran into one tonight, so hopefully that maybe can get him going.
Landon Harrison was 1-4, put together really good at bat in the bottom of the ninth. What have you seen from him offensively and defensively, filling in for Kean?
He's just been very steady offensively, putting together great at bats and doing a really good job. So he's playing good defense out in right field, and it's been a nice piece to. Obviously, don't want to lose Kean, but he's filled in very nicely for him.
Good for Kyle. I mean, obviously on my side, I asked him the other day about going from 9 to 1 and just kind of in front of the line to lead him off. But does it just seem like a natural fit, almost like you said, he's getting good at bats, but just more aggressive leading off?
No, I think it's hitting ninth is almost the second leadoff spot anyways. So that's why we had him down in the 9 hole. It's not that he's your traditional 9-hole hitter. He just, when you have what we like to think is a stacked lineup, and that just kind of extends that bottom part of the lineup even more and rolls it over to the top, hopefully with guys on base. But, being that we have a couple guys down right now, he's filled in that leadoff spot very nicely.
From the mental side of things, how can the offense kind of put this poor performance behind them going to the rubber match tomorrow?
And they better do it quick, because we'll be back here in 12 hours, so, you know, for me, it's gotta be a continuous, consistent mindset when they come through the doors every day. I mean, right now, that's been a little bit of a challenge. There's days where they come out and they're outstanding, and then there's days where there seems to be letdowns where we've had, in my mind, today we had some good pitches to hit, we're just late, on a lot of it, so we have to do a better job of staying on time and staying disciplined to our approach.
How do you think the team can find that consistency?
Yeah, that's $1 million question. So, I will keep pushing and keep breathing confidence into these guys, and I am confident they're gonna get it, and when they do, they're gonna start rolling. But you know, I can't believe in it more than they do. They gotta believe in themselves and what they're doing, and we'll keep coaching them up. There's one of those things that when they're aggressive and on time for the heater, they're pretty dang good. So we just gotta keep pushing them toward that, and when they click, they'll really start clicking, I think.
You have been using Butler and Giblin in like multiple innings. What's your confidence in them to give you multiple innings every outing? What gives you the confidence to do that?
They keep getting outs, so I guess that would be, that's how you build confidence in your head coach, is you just go out and continue to do your job time and time again, and work ahead of hitters and get weak contact, all that type of stuff. Those guys have just been two guys that I can count on to come in after a starter and just continue to put up zeros and give our offense a chance to get going. They've done a great job at it. Gibby, this is about the 3rd year, and he's done just a phenomenal job at doing that, as he's now established and really found, I think, his niche and his role and what he's great at, and he just does what he's good at. JB is a kid that, you know, can't speak highly enough of what he's kind of been through his first year, and again, this is a kid that had an opportunity to go elsewhere, you know, and wanted to stick it out here and believed in himself that he could do it here, and he's just he's made a believer out of me. He's done an outstanding job for us.
We've had a number of players in the designated hitter spot. Today it was Josiah Cromwick. He had 2 catchers in the lineup with Brody Briggs behind the backstop. How do you go about your process in determining who's going to be the designated hitter for every game?
Just kind of trying to keep guys fresh, and you know, today obviously with Crom having a great day yesterday offensively, I wanted to keep his bat in the lineup, but also wanted to get Briggsy in there. So that means one of them's got a DH, one of them's going to catch. That was the thought process today. Briggsy's been swinging a pretty good bat and doing a great job behind the plate, catching, and I wanted to get him in there today, and continue to reward both those guys for their performances, what they've been doing. There's a lot of factors that go into it on DH on a day-to-day basis.
There's depth at the middle infield positions too. Jax, Ryan, obviously Beckett's at work as well. How do you manage filling in those guys when you're filtering different guys at designated hitter spot as well?
Just kind of how I have been. Just been mixing guys in and trying to keep everybody sharp and fresh and on their toes. So we'll continue to do that.
You guys have shuffled Sunday. You guys have shuffled Sunday around a little bit. Any idea who's going to throw tomorrow?
We have a pretty good idea, but we're not going to announce that yet. We'll discuss it a little bit further, and then we'll figure that out. We just want to make sure we have the best matchup starting out tomorrow that we feel, and we'll go from there.
Thanks, Coach.